The cities are a huge challenge. They represent postmodernism and all the various elements that come from around the world. Today I happen to be in Bangkok, Thailand. It's a city of 12 million. And over the past 100 years, we established about 5 churches, but we're in the process of putting in 18 new churches.
Located in the heart of Southeast Asia, the Kingdom of Thailand is a tropical country with a rapidly growing economy. Major exports include textiles, footwear, automobiles, and computers, but the mainstay of the country is rice. Thailand is the world's #1 exporter of rice, exporting enough annually to feed over 44 million people for an entire year. Domestically, Thai cuisine is accompanied predominantly by rice, lots of rice. A typical person in Thailand consumes over 100 kilograms of rice every year. At this Buddhist temple, a large group has gathered for mid-morning worship. They've brought food to be blessed by the monks and then given as an offering. About 95% of the population of Thailand practices Theravada Buddhism. This traditional or early form of Buddhism has been interwoven with the belief of animism across much of the country. Over time, this syncretistic religious system has been ingrained into the cultural DNA of the Thai people. Many homes and businesses have miniature temples, known as spirit houses, placed on their property. Animism teaches that both good and evil spirits live in many of the objects of everyday life. Offerings of food and incense are left in the ornate miniature temples to appease the spirits and keep the family out of harm. Recently, Gary Krause, director of the Office of Adventist Mission, talked with Pat Guston, who served as a missionary in Thailand for 17 years.
Buddhism is a very tolerant religion that's open to many new ideas. It's a gentle religion in which people feel that they can believe many different things and still be good Buddhists. And so in a sense, it's not hard for them to be tolerant of Christianity, but then to move away from that and to become give total allegiance to Jesus or to Christianity. That's a big challenge.
This challenge was met in 2006 with the launch of Global Mission's Hope for Bangkok Church Planting Initiative. Global Mission is the frontline mission arm of Adventist Mission, an office of the Seventh-day Adventist Church's world headquarters. Since 1990, Global Mission has helped establish new congregations in previously unreached areas of the world. These include everything from North American communities with no Adventist presence to unentered countries in the 1040 window. Bangkok is Thailand's capital and largest city with more than 12 million people living and working in extremely cramped conditions. Gridlock consumes the maze of streets almost 24 hours a day. Heavy investment in mass transit systems strain to move the huge and rapidly growing metropolitan population of Bangkok to and from work every day. Doug Vinn, an Adventist missionary, coordinates the Hope for Bangkok initiative.
With the Hope for Bangkok project and the support from the World Field, we started 10 new church plants. Now these are, from small groups to now some have even grown to, we've had some baptisms and fruit from God of how He's changed lives. And so, but then the laymen, this is the exciting thing, is that the laymen have just seized the work. And so our investment of 10, and thanks to the sacrifice of the World Church, has now blossomed, and so another 8 more have started. And actually this month we're going to start our 19th one.
To date, 69 Thai people have accepted Jesus through baptism at the 9 church plants across the city. The project is finding much of its success by using friendship evangelism.
People from non-Christian backgrounds who become Christian, the majority become Christians because of a relationship with a loving Christian. More than doctrine, more than teaching, more than any of these things. Ultimately, obviously, we do have to teach people and give them good answers to their questions about life. But first of all, friendship and relationship and building bridges with people as friends is got to be the foundation.
One story of friendship started when Nung decided to leave her career as a dancer in one of Thailand's well-known cultural theaters.
I first met God when I started working as a teacher at Ram Kem Hang Advent International School. This is one of the Adventist schools in Bangkok. I started teaching after I quit working at Siam Niramit as a Thai cultural dancer in this theater.
Shortly after she began work at the school, Nung met Phim, a Seventh-day Adventist teacher at the school.
We developed a close relationship, and I started to trust her. I got to know her way of living even more, which is a Christian Seventh-day Adventist way of living. I was impressed and learned about a life that is truly simple and happy. That motivated me to learn more about who God is, what God is, and how He works. This is the reason why I wanted to learn more about God.
A year later, following the Holy Spirit's leading, Nung was baptized after attending evangelistic reaping meetings with Pastor Scott Griswold, hosted at the Ekamai Thai Seventh-day Adventist Church. Through the love of this caring Christian family, Nung was drawn to its source, the living God. Adventist Mission operates 5 global mission study centers in key locations around the world. Their purpose is to build bridges of understanding and friendship with people from major world religions and philosophies. These study centers research and experiment with ways to more effectively share with people from profoundly different worldviews. Scott Griswold is director of the Study Center for Ministry among Buddhists. Every Sabbath, Scott and his family open their home to friends they have met while working in the community. Despite the deeply religious culture of the country, sharing a Christian message has been difficult.
I was trying to figure out how on earth do I share about the cross with the people who say, "Oh, he must have had bad karma to suffer like that." I was trying to figure out how to share it when a Buddhist himself said to me, "Whenever I'm angry, I think about Jesus on the cross." I said, "What, you do?" And he said, "Yes, he was so kind. He was forgiving his enemies. He kept himself under control. And when I think about him, all my anger just melts away."
Isn't that beautiful?
And it suddenly hit me, in the cross of Jesus is something that will draw all people to him. But sometimes we have to look for that specific piece that will be attractive to them.
The Hope for Bangkok team has the goal of establishing 8 new churches by the end of 2010. Because they're sharing the gospel through programs such as teaching English for spiritual purposes, conducting health programs to serve the needs of the community, and other methods that make it easy for someone from a Buddhist background to learn about Jesus, they're finding success. Thank you for supporting Hope for Bangkok through your prayers, and thank you for your financial support of Global Mission and the mission offerings.